Chao, check this out. I've been skipping my daily Starbucks and saving every cent. My 20-year dream fund is finally hitting its first real milestone. Look at these numbers.
That's some solid hustle, honey. Seriously. But technically, that money is just wintering. That's my model for it. It's just sitting in your checking account, doing zero work.
Wintering? Darling, they aren't hibernating. They're decomposing. It's a bloody financial graveyard in there.
Gosh, Haru, these are real dollars on a real screen.
Haru's blunt, but he's right. While you think that money's safe, inflation is having your savings for breakfast. If we don't wake them up, in 20 years, just enough for a cardboard box, not exactly the Park Avenue penthouse Haru has in mind.
A cardboard box? My whiskers tremble at the very notion. Since you're planning my future destitution, I shall start a hunger strike. Unless you open a tin of premium salmon immediately.
To the whiteboard.
All right, let's slow this down and build from the ground up. Wealth? It doesn't come from luck. It comes from a system. There are only 3 forces that actually matter: principal, return, and time. Think of it like a garden. Your money is the seed. Return is the rain. And time is the seasons.
Okay, so if I just find something with a super high return, I win, right?
That's what most people think. And that's exactly where they go wrong.
Ah, yes. The classic human strategy. Chase shiny numbers and pray.
Let me show you something counterintuitive. 2 people, same market, same return.
Okay. What's the catch?
Person A starts at 25, invests $500 a month for 15 years, then he stops. Person B waits until 40, then invests $1,000 a month for 25 years. Same return, 7% a year.
Easy. B wins. Way more money invested.
Quantity over quality. How reassuringly primitive.
Actually, person A wins.
Wait, what? That makes no sense.
Here's the part most people miss. Compounding doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows exponentially. And in exponential growth, most of the gains happen at the end. So person A didn't just start earlier. He entered the game earlier and reached the explosion phase first.
So person B didn't just start late, he missed the most powerful years?
Exactly. They weren't behind in savings. They were behind in time.
Translation. By the time you showed up, the party was already over.
Okay, I get it. Starting early matters. But a few percent can't be that big of a deal, right?
In a linear world, you'd be right. But we don't live in a linear world. Start with 100,000. Leave it for 30 years. At 3%, it's 242,000. But at 7%, it's 761,000. Same money, same time. One small difference in return leads to a completely different life.
That's over $500,000 difference.
In compounding, almost the same is a financial disaster.
Ah, yes. Close enough. The motto of very expensive mistakes.
Now, here's the part that usually stays in the fine print. Everyone tells you that compounding is the 8th wonder of the world or your best friend over time. But truth is, compounding is neutral. It doesn't have a hero or a villain complex.
Wait, so it's not always on our side?
Imagine compound interest as the wind for your sailboat. With it, you glide forward effortlessly. Against it, you struggle, inching backward.
So the same force that builds wealth can also dismantle it?
Exactly. It doesn't just grow your money. It can compound your mistakes just as fast.
So it's not a gift, it's just an accelerator. Whether it's building your empire or digging your grave depends on which way you point it. Charming, isn't it?
So how do you protect yourself? You need a quick filter.
Like what?
Rule of 72.
That sounds made up.
All good rules do.
Take 72, divide it by your return. That's roughly how many years it takes to double.
At 1%, it takes 72 years. At 7%, about 10 years. And at 12%, just 6.
Exactly. And this is also your BS detector. Someone says I can double your money in 2 years. That means about a 36% return.
That's insane!
Quite. He's either a wizard or a common thief. In either case, I'd suggest you mind your pockets.
So here's the truth. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need perfect picks. You need time. You need consistency. And you need to start.
Or don't. The market is always happy to take donations.
Before you go, let's make this real. Check the interest rate on your savings or investments. Use the rule of 72 and tell us in the comments. How many years will it take to double your money?
And if the answer is longer than my remaining 9 lives, well, I do hope you've already started digging that hole for your tree. Now. Off the whiteboard.
Compounding isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a reward for patience. It's about giving your future self a choice.
Touching sentiment. Though I'd like to point out, one cannot dine on a choice. A little balance, please. I require proper salmon today, not a pie in the sky promised for 2046.
He's right. We build wealth so we can enjoy life right now with him, not just way down the road.
Exactly. Compound interest isn't about denying yourself. It's about buying back your freedom and maybe even snagging some premium salmon sooner than you'd expect. So, instead of letting your money and your mindset stay frozen in time, let's grow together. Join us for the long haul, and maybe Haru will finally get his salmon. Next time, we're going after the silent thief, inflation.
Do subscribe. It's infinitely more productive than whining about your bank statement. Cheers!